process, basically?
I'm feeling really good. I pretty much, recovered both injuries that I've had, so I'm full go. We've had discussions of just easing me back into things, and that's what we've done so far. But there's no limitations that I have right now.
Cody, what was that rehab process for you like? And I guess just also, were there any mental hurdles that you had to climb as well?
Early on, there was definitely mental hurdles. Seeing, I'm not a selfish guy by any means, but seeing the team, go on to win, one of the goals that we have is to win the AFC East, and that allows us to have home playoff games. So for the team to do that, I'm sitting on the couch with a cast on my leg. It was not fun. But I've always supported the guys, and seeing them do that was what kept me in good spirits. Knowing that they accomplished the goal that we set out. But as far as the whole recovery process, it was nothing but long. Started recovering the day after surgery, I guess. It's little things that we could do, but since from December to now, it was a rehab session that was probably the longest I've ever had.
Cody, has it been for you, really the first 2 years you've had to battle various things. Has it been frustrating that you just can't get into a rhythm and just without having to be rehabbing or surgery? Or has it been frustrating these 2 years, I guess?
Well, in my most honest opinion, the only injury that's kept me out of games was the knee. My rookie year, I played with, injury, but I never missed any time for it. I handled it after the season. When the next season came around, I was ready to go. And so until my knee injury, I was all in. The rehab was done behind doors. I was getting it in, me and the trainers and the strength staff. But as far as the frustration goes, it was more frustrating just not being out there. But I can't get mad at the injuries that I've had. Some of the injuries that I had, may happen in college, and then they just got discovered when I got here. So it's not really frustration on the injuries. It's just frustration of not being able to be on the field.
As you go into this year now, your first 2 years, they had you playing everywhere. Right tackle, and then it was your left guard now. Has that been helping you in the offseason here to know that's where you're going to be, come hell or high water, it's going to be left guard?
Early on, I was definitely moving around a little bit, but like I said earlier, I'm not a selfish guy. Any way I can help the team win, I'm down for it. They had me at right tackle at first, which is what they drafted me at, and then we come back next season and I'm playing guard, and it was better for the team. I'm not gonna be selfish and be like, no, let me go compete for the right tackle spot. If you want me in guard, let's get the best five out there, no matter where I'm at. If they feel like I'm one of the best guys out there, put me out there, and I'm gonna do what I got to do.
What are the challenges, though, of having to focus maybe even if it's just left side, right side, and not just knowing I'm going to be at this one spot? Does that, how much can that help you in your growth here, still early in your career?
It's not really challenging, just being able to know that I've played on both sides of the ball. The only position I haven't played is center and left tackle, but I played right tackle, I played right guard, I played left guard. So if there's anything that they need me to do, go to left, go to right, it doesn't really matter. I've been there before, so it's not, at this point, it's nothing new. It's just I got to get back into the rhythm of things in that instance.
I know you said you played through the injury your rookie season, but even Brandon Beane mentioned that you have battled. Have we not seen the best of you yet through this portion of your NFL career?
Definitely have not seen it. I've come back this fall camp with a whole new mentality, a whole new mindset. In this whole offseason, the one thing that the recovery did allow me to do was, it gave me time to think. It gave me time to rediscover myself and figure out what's my why again and why I'm doing this and what it's going to take to get the job done.
I know you have
Cody, you said figure out what my why is. Did you find an answer to that?
Yeah, I definitely did. So early on, in high school and then in college, my best friend was my grandfather, and he passed when I was in college, and we always had a discussion of making it to the NFL. So he never got to see me play college ball. He never, obviously, hasn't got to see me play an NFL game. And, my rookie year and then last year a little bit, it was so much pressure of just being in the NFL and still figuring things out. I kind of lost sight of that. And this whole offseason, I've dug deep, I went back home a few times, had to I heard this one quote in college, you know, you got to go back to where you was to get to where you're going. So that's what I did.
Were there did you go to any friends or teammates or coaches or anybody to help you, in that journey?
Yeah, so I started talking to a mental coach. I won't name drop, but I did find a mental coach that I really liked. We started talking, and, you know, that was the one thing that really helped me a lot, was just being able to talk to someone other than, you know, a coach or a teammate or even just a friend, but someone who's just so unbiased, and, you know, they just listen to you and they just take everything in. And it was more like she would not talk to me as a sense like she's trying to figure things out. She would ask me questions, and it was just me just getting my feelings out, you know. As a young man, you know, sometimes that's hard, but, you know, being in that room, you know, on Zooms and whatnot, just being able to go one-on-one with her and express my feelings, it really helped out.
That's interesting. I mean, and that aspect of things has been so much in the forefront, you know, with what's gone on at the Olympics and that sort of thing. It's not a direct comparison, obviously, but tell me about, you know, your approach and how it's changed your approach on the field in terms of mentally, that headspace, whatever it is you're in that moment.
It allows me to have a clear mind of things. You know, I can, whatever happens here or whatever happens at home, or even just, you know, between social media, friends and whatnot, anything that goes on, if I have a problem, when I go into the meeting, I can let all of that go. And then once it's talked about, it's gone. Like, there's no, we're going to bring it back up next week. We're not going to bring it up 3 weeks from now. You know, once I get it out, it allows me to have a reset and a clear mind on things. And just when I get onto the field, now I don't have to worry about what's going on. I can come out here and just play ball.
Cody, last year, Brandon Bean, at the end of the season, said he still thought you were one of the top 5 on this team. What did that mean for you to have the GM, you know, give you that kind of endorsement?
It showed me that they still have faith in me, you know, as far as, you know, being hurt and the guys are still playing. And for him to say that, you know, it shows that, you know, they still believe in me, and I need to believe in myself just as much.
There was a few plays out there today where, you know, you stood out. It looked like you were feeling comfortable, moving well. There was one play, might have been Ed or somebody, where you had a good moment. I mean, those little plays, even without pads on, how much confidence are you gaining from that?
I'm gaining a lot of confidence, you know, like when I was talking to my mental coach, you know, I tell her all the time, like, yo, I haven't grabbed a grown man since October. That's the last time I've done what I do. Like, this is what I love to do. And for me to be able to go back out there and do what I love is just, I'm just happy to be out there. You know, I'm dancing around. I've never smiled so much at practice. You know, I went back to my high school and college numbers. So like I said earlier, it's a new me, it's a new mentality, and I'm just taking everything in.
So with this new mentality, new mindset, and feeling like you haven't really shown this team the best version of yourself yet, what's your outlook on this season? What are you trying to do?
I guess for one, stay healthy. I'm tired of being in the training room. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But I just want to be able to, you know, just play ball and do what I do. I mean, in college, I never really had injuries other than a broken ankle early on. But other than that, you know, I was just able to be out there every practice, every game, and just be out there with the boys and, you know, have fun and just win games. And that's all I want to do.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cody.